Is it showing the customer's website?
Yes, it is. I can, so the example is Imagination Avenue.
Okay.
So birthdays, Phoenix, Arizona. It's in Phoenix, Arizona. So
Okay.
if you Googled, at least the last time I tried, it did show up, but it didn't come up as local.link.com.
Okay. What was it? Imagination what?
Imagination Avenue.
Oh man, that's horrible. Okay. See, you don't have to spell to be able to do any of this, folks. Okay.
Yeah, so that's their website, but it doesn't come up as local.link.com.
Okay. Well, their company's name's that. That's why it's coming up. So, whenever basically, so by putting in Imagination Avenue, you basically know the company's name. So it's pretty cut and dry how they're going to show up at the very top or show up, because what the real question would be is the keywords that they use here. And
So the keyword, actually the example that was given to me was to try Google birthdays, Phoenix, Arizona.
birthdays, Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
I know I spelled it wrong. Hold on one second. And is this a search term that they a targeted term they set up for? And
Yeah, because So the person who was telling me about it just said to try Googling birthdays, Arizona. See if they, as an example of just to show that it was successful. But there it is, Imagination Avenue.
Yep, but that's their own website.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I was wondering about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that just goes back to what I said at the beginning. There's a lot of these customers already have people they're working with, and people who are helping them. So this is already in place. Now, once we set up our ads, it's only going to help them continue to dominate their space and get up more and more.
Okay, so they're already coming up as a result of what they already have in place. So what advantage do they have of using local ad link? I mean, just for my own.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm sure you have the right answer. I just wanted to learn.
Yeah, no problem. So birthdays, Phoenix, Arizona, that's a targeted term, but it's not actually showing up here. So the advantage would be if this was a targeted term that you got with Search Boost, it would show up. So and it goes back to saying the same thing I said before. How many terms are you coming up for? 1 or 2? Okay, great. Well, here's an additional 20, or if you already have one of the 2019 additional. So the difference is it's just going to extend the range. Somebody puts in birthdays, Phoenix, Arizona. Somebody put in imagination birthdays, children's birthdays. We don't know what they're going to search, but when they do, because you have more search terms, you're increasing the chances of them being found. So that's the reason. So if they want to be here and dominate even more so organically, not just here in the paper, just in the Google local, but throughout pay-per-click section and other places as well, this would be a viable way to help them. Plus, it helps them stay ranked here. It helps their credibility. I don't want to get into that, but it all works hand in hand.
Okay, so now that they are also with local ad link, where is that coming up now?
Well, I don't know what the search terms are. I just searched on birthdays in Phoenix, Arizona, and it doesn't seem to be coming up, which just means one of two things. Either this is not one of the search terms, or it's just not up right now. And again, you're not always going to see. You're not always going to see it. It rotates. This goes back to what I was discussing before. It's not always going to be there.
Okay, then one other related question that I have that someone actually asked me was, say if a customer went directly to Google and paid them versus local ad link. Of course, one of the things is with local ad link, they get not only on Google but all the other places, but these other places. But say, what's their success ratio? Say just with Google itself, by paying directly to Google versus having the local ad link. Just being on with Google itself, what is their
There is
extent of success? Yeah.
There really is no difference. I'll tell you why. in the terms and agreement, and again, just to show you how long I've been doing this stuff for, in the terms and agreement that Google has with pay-per-click and stuff of that nature, it basically states that they can't even guarantee. There's no guaranteed placement, even them. So when you're on their own network, so what's the difference? You're going to go to them. You're going to have to pay per click, period. And then with us, we're going to put you with them, and you don't have to pay per click. So we're working with their network. Nothing's different. We're still paying for the traffic. We're just a media house that have the ability to turn around and not have to pass that cost on to the customer.
Okay, and then the other thing, I'm sure this question has come up before, but I'm just not clear on the answer right now. The website versus the directory listing. Say if someone already has a website, then they get pushed. But if they don't have a website, then they just come up as a directory listing, or?
Yeah, just as a directory listing. And this question here just is an important question. It's going to come up a lot in the field. Well, we already have a website. Can we, instead of it saying local ad link at the bottom when you're doing a search on it, no, let me bring you. I'd like to show everybody. So, okay, right here is another thing they're going to say is, well, why does it say local ad link? Why can't it say my website? Because it doesn't. When you're with Yellow Pages or whoever, it never says your website. It says back to their directory. So that's one of the main things. And the other thing is, see, promoting the website itself, we're already doing that, but we do it in an indirect way. I don't want to get in too deep into it, but the backlinking, being on major websites, those all pointing to your website, that actually helps you organically. It helps people get rankings. But when it comes to going to the directory, we're in the top 7,000 websites. Actually, well, I'll do a check on that while we're talking here. But we basically we can drive traffic. We have people already coming to our directory. So in conjunction, if somebody's coming in, and I think more and more as we've been expanding and been able to spread the word out there about what we're doing. Sorry. I just want to get an update, and I'll show everybody here. The more and more we use it, the more people get familiar with it. Like when me and my wife go out to dinner, it's just we always go in there. So into the directory. So as a joke, it's what's for dinner? And I'll call my wife, and she'll be like, I'm in the directory looking right now, meaning she's looking for a customer who's in it. We always use the directory. We take coupons out. We feed back to it. That helps. We all need to start getting into that habit.